The Titan submersible company, OceanGate, has finally ceased all operations after this terrible tragedy. Hey, I say this is great news, but at the same time, why the heck did it take so doggone long to do this?
Pascal.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and on Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below. And let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to jump into the story. Now, we already know that the Titan submersible had 5 individuals in their vessel or in the vessel going down to see this Titanic wreckage, only to not come back up. Long story short, there was a devastating implosion that took the lives of 5 individuals. Now, we did listen, or not listen, but read the transcription from alleged transcription between the submersible and the actual boat, the Prince, the Polar Prince. Okay. And we still are trying to find out if the transcript is actually real or if it's fake. I still kind of feel like it's real, but I'm keeping it up just in case it is real. And I'm still waiting to see if any other articles come out to talk about it in more detail. Okay. And if there's more transparency. But one thing I do find very interesting, and we got to get into this and make this quick. Okay. There it is. I said it in the top of the show. I'm going to say it again. OceanGate, the actual company that is behind this whole thing, OceanGate Expeditions. All right. Behind the whole Titan submersible and all their vessels that go down and do all these submersible trips, et cetera, they have ceased operations, guys, after this implosion. But let me just keep it real. This wasn't right after the implosion. This just happened, guys. This just happened. So because there are already other claims that they were still putting out job searches for people. They were looking for actual people to help work on at or along with OceanGate and all that. I mean, this is insane, guys. Okay. But now they are now seizing all operations Now they're doing that now. And I keep wondering, why did it take them so doggone long to do it now? Why didn't they do this before? To me, I see this as a lawsuit galore, okay? From many, many angles, I see this being an absolute train wreck for them and everybody that circles around this, that is involved with the OceanGate company. They are in some serious deep water when it comes to these lawsuits, pun intended, okay? But let's get into this article. Let's take a look at this, okay? OceanGate Expeditions, the company that launched the doomed Titan submersible trip to the wreckage of the Titanic earlier this summer, has ceased operations. We already know that 5 individuals, including the CEO and the actual captain of the vessel, Stockton Rush, lost their lives due to this implosion that happened about an hour and 45 minutes into their descent going down to the Titanic wreckage. Okay. Now, they say that apparently there is a small message on the top left corner of OceanGate's website in red. It explains that the company has ceased its operations. Let me show it to you guys. We don't need to read it here. Let's read it over here. As you can see right here in the top left-hand corner, I know it's really, really small, but you can see right there, it says OceanGate has suspended all exploration and commercial operations. And of course, they're like, if you have any questions, here's our number. If you want to email us, here's our email address as well. Pretty wild stuff, though. Because just a few days ago, they were still having job opportunities for people. They were still acting like no one turned the lights off. They're trying to act like everything was still Gucci out here, guys, so that they can continue to secure the bags. But a little bit of information, just so you guys know, and it is real. People were paying $250,000 for an exploration out to the Titanic. And then there was another excursion to explore thermal vents, vents, the Azores. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but the Azores or the Azores. There was a second one, but it was half as long. The excursion was half as long as the Titanic one, but apparently the Titanic one was a fairly popular choice. Okay. Now we already know it's this company has come under some serious public scrutiny in the wake of the disastrous research trip, which much of the attention focused on Mr. Rush's attitude towards safety and innovation. I mean, it really he threw out safety and he was all about innovation. Let's be real. He cut all corners, which is absolutely insane. Okay. But this is the other parts that I find very interesting as well. Now that we have it more written in black and white, like a former OceanGate employee, David Lockridge, was reportedly fired shortly after he insisted that the Titan submersible required more unmanned testing before it could be considered safe for commercial expeditions. After his firing, he reportedly emailed his associate at the company, okay, Rob McCullum, who also left over safety concerns, to share his worry that Mr. Rush would get himself or others unalived in a quest to satiate his own doggone ego. And it says it right here. I don't want to be seen as a tattletale, but I'm so worried he kills himself and others in the quest to boost his ego. This is what he said in an email, okay, to the another person that worked there, okay, another associate at the company, and that person even stepped down from his job. Okay, now continuing on. Okay, he went on to say that the sub is an accident waiting to happen and conceded that no amount of money would have convinced him to dive in that thing. Okay, that it would take him, no money in the world would make him go and dive in the thing. Okay, the search teams worked to recover the wreckage of the Titan submarine and the remains of the passengers in the weeks since the implosion. But the thing is, as much as we look at this and we hear that they have ceased all work, they have ceased all operations, excursions, trips, expeditions, whatever you want to call them, okay? However they make it all flowery and interesting for their potential customers. This should have happened right after they knew that the submersible imploded. I'm sorry. I know I'm probably saying the unpopular opinion right now, but to me, optically, they looked worse when they let this stuff still ride, when they were still trying to find still putting out job searches, job opportunities for people, when they were still putting out things where they were saying, hey, you can still take these rides and do this, this, and this. Okay. It's still optically a bad look. And it looks like desperation. You really think there's going to be people out here that are going to want to jump into one of your submersibles after one of them actually imploded? When all the information that now we're learning has been leaked or has been exposed, showing how you guys have cut corners on the safety measures for these particular vessels, you really think people are going to want to jump into these vessels after hearing the truth on how these things were built? I'm gonna answer it to you guys emphatically. Hell to the no, hell no, not me. Maybe somebody else will, but I know a good mass majority of people are looking at this and going, nah, we good on this. Now, when it comes to this, them backing out or them ceasing operations and expeditions right now, when we look at that, I keep asking, and I said it a million times before, I'm going to say it again, and I'm asking you, fam, why? Why did it take them so doggone long? Why didn't they just do this when this tragedy actually happened? To me, this is too little too late. No matter what, the lawsuits are coming. Whether you have the money or not, the lawsuits are coming. You stopping this now is great. I'm glad for that. That means less people contemplating signing a death certificate right now. But also at the same time, this should have been done a long time ago. This should have been done a long time ago. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Is it too little, too late? Do you agree? Do you think they should just keep it going or no? What are your thoughts? Me? They should have been done when they announced that these 5 individuals lost their lives. I'm not sitting here saying that they should just stop altogether and never return. I say they look at the situation, learn from the mistakes, build better vessels. Do not cut corners. Make sure every T is crossed and every lowercase j is dotted. Make sure it is a pristine vessel. And then continue on your excursions and your expeditions. That's it. But I don't know if they're even going to have any money when after all these lawsuits come raining down. But we will see. We shall see. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button and most definitely crush that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.